Alright, g'day guys, Matt Preston, built Prado. Welcome back to another video. Now I'm very excited because the boys at Novsight have hooked us up with a brand new 40-inch light bar, and this one's very powerful, a lot more powerful than this King's one. So I'm very excited to get it on the roof rack, and it's very simple. We're going to show you how to install it. So let's waste no time, let's get right into it. Okay, so you get this massive box here. Now what's inside is you have in this little box here, this is your wiring harness. And then you get these other little boxes that are on all the other sides. And then this is obviously the light bar. So I've opted for the 40-inch single row beam light bar. They also do one that has yellow or amber and white. But I've opted to just keep it white because all the new spotties are going to be white as well, so we just keep it with that white theme. And it's more of an American thing to do all the orange lines with that sort of light bar stuff, whereas here in Australia it's a bit more common just to have white LEDs. Okay, that's all that's in the box, and you also get the mounting brackets for it. Now, so in here we have the wiring loom. Now, one thing I noticed straight away is that this is actually a thicker wiring loom, and essentially what that means is this can run high voltage. Okay, so this can run about 9 to 36 volts. Now the plug on this, the pin, the inside slots are bigger, so I can't essentially just simply put this light bar onto, like, swap the light bars out and plug it into the harness that's already there. Sadly that won't work because this is a more powerful light bar and this is a more thicker cable, so I can't cut any corners here. I'm going to have to essentially take out this whole wiring loom, take the old light bar off, and then run it all with the new gear, which is the better thing to do anyways in the long run. Okay, now the light bar itself. Okay, so inside the light bar package you also get these brackets. Now there's 3 little boxes, and essentially 2 of these are the bottom brackets and 1 is the side brackets. Okay, now that's pretty self-explanatory, but these bottom brackets, they mount in the back of the channel, and you can mount them sort of within the middle of the light bar, whereas the side brackets, they only go on the side, which is what's up here. Now I've got the Rider Rack Pioneer Stow-It system up here, so I'll probably end up mounting this on those brackets the exact same way. Now here's the light bar, absolute beauty, very well protected, which is what you want. Okay, so I'm not sure you can tell already, but the design of these is really different. So this is a very traditional sort of light bar, like I'm saying before. The lux, the little light, is facing forward, and the little surround bit is all the reflectiveness, whereas these are a bit more modern and different design. The light is actually within the bottom and it shoots just straight up, and then the whole top has the concave sort of edge. Now, just for a bit of reference here, that King's light bar, value for money at that does 1 lux at 578 meters. Okay, now this bad boy down here does 1 lux at 730 meters. Okay, so that's nearly 200 more than the King's bar. Okay, now you are paying more for it, but if you want that extra light and distance at night, this is the light bar for you. There's a 5-year warranty with them, which is a pretty long warranty. So both these bodies, the die cast aluminium, that's pretty standard, but this one's a bit more beefier. Now I will say, if you guys want to get one or have a look at yourself, I'll just put an Novsight link in the description, then you can get a rough idea what they're like. Okay, so these are the bottom brackets, so just thought I'd show you what they look like. So it's very neatly packed. You get 2 little bags here, and you get these 2 looking mounts, and the bar will simply sit into the back of that. You just have nuts, screws, bolts, and little channels. Okay, now you get 2 of these, so you can run 4 of them, but simply this will sit on the light bar like this, and it's got little grooves so that will hold it, and then you simply put the bottom bolt in, and then this part can adjust up and down like so. So it's pretty simple, and it's a good method to mount it. So now this is the side bracket. So if I was to use any mounts, it would be these ones. This is probably the more traditional style mounting. So on this you get a little packet here of Allen key and nuts and bolts, and then in here you have the 2 side brackets. Okay, so that's another great way of mounting it. But like I said before, I'll be using the stealth system that's already up there. Well, here are the light bars side by side. Now you can see this front one is actually 37.8 inches and this back one's 40 inches, so it's slightly smaller, but as you can see here, the thickness, it's almost double. So this has way more light potential, and obviously the way the lenses are shaped give it more light, whereas this is a very traditional design. Now the prices, you know, they're not really comparable, as one's like 4 or 5 times more the price, but you definitely see it in performance wise as well. How easy is that? Like, these come off so easily. And now the light bar will go on them. Alright, so here's the light bar. So these new brackets will essentially go on the side like that. And then I can literally slide it anywhere in the rider rack system, and it's really easy to install. And if I need to take it off really quickly, just one little star screw and that just comes off. Okay, so the light bar's on. I think it looks really nice. I like the look because it just looks a lot different to those normal ones where it's a very like white clear plastic in the light bar. Whereas that, hopefully it shows up on camera, but it's kind of like really black in there. It just looks sick. Kind of matches the front lights as well. So super stoked with that. So the wiring's pretty standard. We've essentially just run the wiring loom the same way as the old one. So now we're gonna plug it in, and then yeah, we'll turn on for the first time. That rooftop tent, we'll have to move that back forward because we had to slide that back to get access to those brackets. So yeah, we'll move that tent forward and turn it on. Okay, so this is the wiring loom. Now it's got a 40 amp fuse in it, which is a bit bigger than the standard. The old Kings one had a 25 amp fuse, and it is going to run a bit more power. So that's probably why it's a little bit bigger, and also the new light bar can run on a broader range of volts, unlike that Kings one. So this is pretty straightforward to put in. So we've already done quite a few of these on our channel. So if you want to see how to put a wiring loom in, go watch those other spotty videos. Alright, so light bar's working great. As you can see, all the lights are on. So now we're going to move the tent back, tighten that all up, and she'll be good to go. And we'll do a night run tonight, and we'll show you how bright it is. Okay, so it's currently night time. As you can see, these are just my normal lights. And then if I do this, that's just my high beams. And now I'm going to hit the new light bar on. So that's the light bar there. So you can see it's a very sort of flood directional flow. And then for reference, these are my spotties. So spotties are obviously a little bit brighter, but it is also 2 of them, so it's not really a fair comparison. Whereas this has a wider spread. Now, this is just a short road, but you can imagine on a huge highway how much wider that would be.